everyone, welcome back. I have an October favorites video for you. I'm going to share all the products, the beauty products specifically, that I have been using and loving this past month. So I used to do these types of roundup videos all the time, and then for some reason they just stopped. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start bringing this back because I talk about so many different beauty products, but I'm not always talking about the products that I am using at that moment. So I feel like this is a really great way to get into that. One thing I wanna point out is not every product that I'm talking about in this video is brand new to the market. Some of these products have been out for a while, but I just introduced them into my beauty routine, or I maybe reintroduced them and like rediscovered that I love them. So some of these products are not new, they're just what I'm loving this month. The first product I want to talk about is this Anastasia cream bronzer. I have the color Amber, but it comes in 7 different shades. I am obsessed. I don't talk about the makeup I use all the time, but I have always loved the Chanel bronzer, their cream bronzer. But until recently, they always had just one shade, and I sometimes felt like that shade wasn't exactly the color I wanted it to be. So I was always looking for other cream bronzers that would give me that similar effect, but I always found myself going back to the one from Chanel. Then Anastasia launched this one, and the minute I tried it, I was like, this is the one. I use this daily. This has probably been my most used makeup product that I have used in a very long time, where I have it in my daily makeup routine because I love this stuff so much. It's smooth, it's creamy, it deposits the right amount of color, but it's easy to blend. This amber color is the exact color that I've wanted because it's still a bronzer where it gives you that warmth to your skin, but it has a little bit, just a little bit of a cooler tone to it. So it kind of walks the line of being a contour and a bronzer, whereas the Chanel one has that orangey undertone where it feels way more like a bronzer and it really warms up your skin tone. I really don't leave the house without some type of a cream bronzer on, and this one has been the one that I reach for all the time. All right, so this next product, I don't know if people are gonna believe me. I almost don't believe it myself, but I have been loving an eye cream, specifically this one from True Botanicals. It's their Resurrection Radiance Eye Cream. This was sent to me in PR. I actually like a lot of True Botanicals products. They're really nice with their formulations. They're, they have these like beautiful fragrances to them. They choose really nice ingredients. They just tend to be really good products. And I always really like some of their oils and their toner especially. So they sent me an eye cream, and like all eye creams, I kind of just shelve them and I pull them out when I need them. I really only use eye cream in the morning time when I'm going to put on makeup. Every once in a while, I might use like a lighter eye cream at night. Every once in a while. It's very rare for me to do that, but in the morning time, I like eye cream. So the thing that caught my interest with this eye cream is that it has this yellow tone to it, and I wondered if it would be color correcting, so I tried it out. And when I first applied it, I felt like it really was hard to blend it. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this eye cream. But it sat on my counter for like a week, and then I found myself reaching for it. And each time I would put it on, it would be easier to blend. I started to realize it was so much thicker than the usual eye creams I was using that I needed to kind of melt it down, like warm it up, and then really apply it onto my under eye area. And the tone that it gives you, it's temporary, but it really catches your attention when you're applying it. And then I found myself just using it over and over and over again. I also just really love that this is rich in lots of different antioxidants. It has turmeric in it, which is what probably gives it that yellowish tone to it. It has coffee extract in it. It has licorice root extract in it. So it has a lot of the different ingredients that I want in an eye cream, especially if you have dark puffiness under your eyes. That's really an ingredient list that you want to look for. That's the type of formula you should be looking for in an eye cream. And I think this one is really nice. I'd actually love to hear what other people think about this one because I really mean it when I say this. I love this eye cream. It's great. All right, so this next product is another product that I was really surprised by, and that is by Josie Maran. It is the Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47 Protect Plus Perfect. And that is actually one of the big distinctions of this, is that this is their tinted version of their sunscreen. It only has one shade, so this is not a universal sunscreen by any means. Even if you have lighter skin, this could end up being too dark for you, but it looks great on my skin, which is one of the reasons why I love this so much. I recently picked this up because I decided to go check out Target like I always do, but I wanted to go see one of these like Ulta concept stores that are inside some of the Target stores. So I decided to look around at some of the products that were in there, and of course I couldn't help myself and I purchased some products. So I got this sunscreen from Josie Maran. I thought for sure this was gonna be really oily because argan oil is one of the main ingredients of this sunscreen. So I was like, I'm gonna hate this, but let's give it a try anyway because I love sunscreen. Let's try it. So I started to use this and I was shocked by how beautiful the dry down is on this. It starts off really dewy when you apply it to your skin, but as it dries down, it just looks really pretty and glowy, and your skin just looks really flawless, and I love it. I'm like down to right here on the bottle, and that's in like a month. That means I have been just using this consistently and loving it. I took it on trips with me, it went to Hawaii with me, it went to Chicago with me. I love this stuff. I haven't even really been wearing makeup because I've just been using this. This is an all mineral sunscreen, so it has zinc oxide and titanium oxide in it. It's an SPF 47. It's obviously broad spectrum. I wouldn't use anything other than that. It also has antioxidants in it, which I love in sunscreens because it just helps to boost the benefits of it. You know, I partially wear a sunscreen out of vanity. I just want to stop the hyperpigmentation and dark spots from forming. So when you have antioxidants, it helps to also keep all of that at bay. And I constantly look for those benefits in the sunscreens that I use. So this one just really, I mean, it nails it for me. If you have oily skin, you might not like this, but you know that I have normal to dry skin, and I think this just gives a perfect finish to my skin type. All right, so the next product is this one from Glow Recipe. This is their Guava Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. I didn't think I would love a Glow Recipe product more than their Plum Plump. That is one of my favorite Glow Recipe products. It makes my skin look so dewy and so hydrated and just feels so nice and just plump, like it says, plum plump. And it has vitamin C in it just from the different plum extracts that are used in that product. But this, you know I had to try it because it's a vitamin C. This has 5 different forms of vitamin C. They're all vitamin C derivatives like THD, which is also one of my favorite ones. It's just more stable, it's more gentle on your skin, it's easier to absorb into your skin. One of my first favorite vitamin Cs ever had THD in it, so I've always had a special place in my heart for THD, that vitamin C derivative. But this also has another ingredient that is always, almost always in my skincare routine, and that is tranexamic acid, and they combined it in this product. So it has the vitamin C derivatives, it has the guava extract, which is just nice for the antioxidant properties in it, and I think it's also very nourishing to the skin, and that's one of the reasons why they used it. But it has a tranexamic acid in it, so it really is helping to brighten your skin and even your skin tone. So if you deal with dark spots and hyperpigmentation, this is a product to really consider. I have been loving it. It makes my skin feel so dewy and soft as well. So it's also just an added benefit to it that I feel like this can fulfill the need of that dewy, hydrating kind of serum, along with a little bit of that brightening aspect for your skincare routine. So this one is just really nice. And of course it smells beautiful too. Next up is a hair product. This is from Kristen Ess. This is the Style Reviving Dry Shampoo. For a second there, I kind of stopped using dry shampoos. I started kind of washing my hair more. I know it's like a shocker, but I went from like washing my hair only once a week to like washing it like 2 or 3 times a week. So let's not get crazy here. I still don't wash my hair every single day, but I found that my hair was starting to get a little bit greasier lately. I don't know if it's because it's just been so hot in Los Angeles and I'm sweatier than usual or what it is, but I've found that my hairstyle just hasn't been making it as long as it used to. So I started to use dry shampoo again, and I was reminded by how much I sometimes hate dry shampoo. It can be too powdery, it makes my hair look like it's really white and you can see it, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't smell good. So I'm really picky about dry shampoo. Kristen Ess actually sent a few products to the team to just try out, and I decided to ask for the dry shampoo, and I'm really glad I did because this is just a nice dry shampoo. It smells nice and light, it feels really good in your hair. It does at first look powdery when you apply it to your hair, but it really absorbs all the excess oils pretty quickly, and it just kind of blends into my hair quickly, and I just appreciate that because the worst thing when you're a brunette is to use a dry shampoo that you cannot make go away. Like if it just stays in your hair and it changes the color of your hair and makes it look like you've got white hair, it's a problem. This does not do that to you. It's just a nice solid dry shampoo. All right, so the next product is actually 2 products that I have been using for the same purpose, for my brows. And that is the Kosas Air Brow in Clear, along with the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Mascara Gel in, my color is Soft Brown. I have talked about both these products and how much I really like them, but I recently started using them together and it's the perfect combination for me. Perfect combination for me. What I like about the Kosas Air Brow is that it feels kind of like a brow treatment to me. It hydrates your brows, it helps them kind of stay in place, but I really think that it's more of a conditioner, and I was finding that it wasn't crunchy enough for me. I personally like a little bit of a crunchy brow that stays in place. Maybe it's because I have a little bit of unruly brows, and this wasn't doing it for me exactly. It wasn't holding it in place. But what I found was that when I would apply this, let it dry down for a second, and then apply this on top of it, my brows looked exactly the way I wanted them to look. It's the quickest way for me to just look like I did my brows without actually trying to do my brows. Like no pencil, no powder, no gel, nothing. I do not fill in my brows at all anymore, at least not during the week. Obviously today I'm on camera, my brows are filled in, but on a regular basis, when I'm in a hurry or just, want to have a really nice, just casual look to my face, I like this combination. It's perfect. This gives me the crispy with a little bit of color, and this gives me a little bit of a conditioning, and they both together hold my brows up perfectly. That sucks, I know, to have two different products that you have to buy, but for some reason, these two together have been doing it for me. I think I'm gonna just always use this combination at all times. My brows definitely don't look as full because I'm not filling them in, but word on the street is that thinner brows are coming back in. I hate to tell you people who are not over the thick brows, the boy brows, but those thin brows that I have naturally, or that I caused, I guess, in my teens, those are coming back. And this is the combo. All right, so the next product is for the body. It is by Fenty Skin. This is their Buff Ryder Exfoliating Body Scrub. I put this in my body routine video, and I have basically finished it. This is essentially an empty for this video. I love this body scrub so much. It's like kind of like the old school body scrub, those sugar scrubs, but elevated, and I think that's why I like it so much. It has such a beautiful scent in it. It really does help to soften your skin and exfoliate your skin. I would never obviously use this on my face, but on the body, I think it's nice. I like sugar scrubs because they also start to dissolve as you're using them on your skin, so it's never really that rough on your skin. Besides the sugar, it also has salt, and it has a little bit of sand in it, and also avocado powder in it. When you feel the texture and you look at it, it has all these different powders and particulates happening, so it does really nicely exfoliate your skin. It also has different fruit extracts and enzymes to also exfoliate your skin. There's pomegranate, there's papaya, and there's also pineapple enzymes in here, so it just feels really nice. There's also nourishing oils. It's just beautiful. I love this body scrub. I'm really sad that it's gonna be over. I have plenty of other body scrubs to move on to, so I probably won't pick this up again for a little bit, but I will remember it fondly, and when I am ready to pick up a new body scrub, this might be it. Next up is this Medik8 Crystal Retinol 3. They have other levels of retinol, and it's retinaldehyde if you're unfamiliar with it. They have stronger versions of this. It goes up in different levels, but what I have found is that the 3 is kind of perfect for me. If you're unfamiliar, this has an ingredient called retinaldehyde, so retinol, with an A, not with an O. And it's a little bit stronger than your typical retinols because it's one less conversion to get to retinoic acid. And retinoic acid is where you want to be. That's what your prescription tretinoin is it's a retinoic acid. And that's what you're trying to get to. But we know that that can be very strong and irritating for your skin, especially if you're new to it, while retinol takes a little bit longer to get to. So retinaldehyde is that in between. It's that step right before you get to true retinoic acid. I've heard a lot of people talk about how much they love this brand, so I had to give it a try. I started off actually with the 6, even though the brand suggests that you start at a 3 and work your way to the 6 and then eventually to a higher level. And I did find that the 6 was too strong for me. So when you're dealing with retinaldehyde, you're still trying to figure out what level you can handle with your skin, because for me, if you've been following, I have a really hard time with tretinoin, for instance. No matter what it is I do, it's always irritating for my skin. So I always go back to regular over-the-counter retinol. So this feels like that fix for me, where I get a little bit more strength to my retinoid that I'm using, but it's not so strong that I'm gonna deal with that constant irritation that I can't get past with tretinoin. So this has been really nice to use. It feels like a little bit of a light lotion, and it has fragrance to it, but it dries down to more of a serum. It's very hydrating for your skin. It has hyaluronic acid and glycerin in it, and it has a stabilized version of retinaldehyde. So if you haven't tried retinaldehyde, this is a really good product to get started with. All right, next up is the Chantecaille Future Skin Gel Foundation. Again, this is not a new product, but it's one that I had kind of forgotten about and then repurchased recently and fell back in love with. And I had to share it because it really is just such a beautiful foundation. What I love about it is that it has a lot of skincare aspects to it. It's not a tinted moisturizer, but it acts in a very similar way. You can see it's in this jar, so you have to scoop up a little bit of it to apply it to your your skin, but it feels more like a gel moisturizer as you apply it to your skin, and it gives you such a flawless finish to your face. It's not like a tinted moisturizer where it's really, really sheer. It actually gives you a decent amount of coverage. It's like medium to full coverage depending on how much of it that you use, but it also has a lot of skincare benefits to it. It's like made with 60% water, which I think is the way that they're saying that it hydrates your skin, so it gives you that dewy, plump look to your skin. It also has nice soothing ingredients like aloe and chamomile, and there's also arnica in this, which I think is a very interesting ingredient in different skincare products. So to have it in a foundation is very interesting to me because arnica is very calming and soothing to the skin. There's also rosemary, green tea, and rice bran in here. So it really does feel like you're putting on a moisturizer that happens to be a foundation. It's beautiful. It makes your skin look flawless. I've had so many compliments on my skin in person from people, and they've all asked me what it is that I'm wearing on my skin lately, and it's always this when they ask me. Next up is this one from L'Oreal. This is their Midnight Serum. A full disclosure, I did a sponsorship with L'Oreal about this serum because it had so many really great reviews, and I was kind of curious what it was that people love about it. So when I got it, I was really surprised by how much I love the texture of it. It's really an antioxidant packed serum that also hydrates your skin really nicely. And what I found was that it's almost like a perfect dupe, not necessarily an ingredient list dupe, but in the way that it works, what it offers to your skin, and how it feels on your skin. It's almost a perfect dupe for Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair, which I know is just so popular with people. People are obsessed with the ANR from Estee Lauder, and sometimes I'm like, well, it's a little bit pricey for what it does. It gives you these antioxidants, sure, and I love antioxidants for your skin. Yes, it hydrates your skin, but do you need to use the ANR? Is it giving you that full benefit that you're paying for? And a lot of people swear by it. It does have some nice ingredients in it, and it does feel very nice. But if you're looking for a dupe to that, because maybe you like want to drop your budget down a little bit, this one from L'Oreal comes really damn close to it. It's super hydrating, it feels great on the skin, I love the dewiness I get from it, and I highly recommend it. It's a great serum. And then the last product is this one. This is the Lancome Absolute Rich Cream with Grand Rose Extracts. This is fancy bitch stuff. I have been craving some luxury products. I've been really looking back into the luxury brands and stuff to just kind of see what the trends are lately and what, people are loving. And because we're in the fall and it's getting colder outside, so I decided to go for this rich cream. And what really caught my attention, one, I love anything rose scented. I'm such a sucker for it. Whether it's granny rose scented or like elevated modern rose, whatever type of rose scent I love. This one surprised me because it's not as strong of a rose scent as much as it's just an overall really beautiful fragrance to it. It doesn't feel overpowering, at least not to me, and it does feel really nice and rich on your skin. I love a good rich moisturizer. But I also really liked that they put a derivative of salicylic acid in here, which is really just nice to calm any inflammation on your skin and also very gently and over time exfoliate your skin, which is not a concept that you see too much when it comes to a really rich cream, where it has this little bit of exfoliating benefit to it. And if you think about some of the moisturizers in the past, like Philosophy's Miracle in a Jar, it had also a exfoliating benefit to it that a lot of people didn't realize. So it really helps if you're dealing with any kind of skin texture or a little bit of flakiness. Having that salicylic acid derivative in this product helps it to actually absorb into your skin better and just smooth your texture without being really strong. I know a lot of people associate salicylic acid with being a very strong exfoliant, but it doesn't always work that way. And the way that they formulated this makes this just such a beautiful cream that I think a lot of people will see a big difference in. I've just been using it for about a week now, and I can just see my skin glowing from it. It is so pretty. It is such a treat for my skin. And like I said, it's fancy bitch stuff. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm fancy, and sometimes that's all I want. So those are all my favorite products right now. I'm obviously constantly trying new products and, trying to figure out what to talk about and share with all of you. But if you're curious about any of these, you can definitely take a look in the description box where I'll put all the links to shop these products. You can obviously ask me any questions in the comments. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you guys soon.